The 2K TV, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right, trying to survive. I mean, and just playing a lot of video games, working out as much as I can in the house, and just catching up on everything that's going on.
I know some players were saying that they'll never complain about anything basketball related, like again, like they
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Moda Center, the place, and the Portland Trailblazers will be on their home floor as they go up against the Toronto Raptors. For the Raptors, on the road tonight. Tough to get that first W. But talking to some of the players,
Indeed, there is. Thanks, David. Opening day, Chris. In your experience, which types of teams tend to start the season well, started strong?
Two types. One, the team that has been forgotten about and left out. The team that had a disappointing season the year before, and no one knows the pain that they went through all summer long, waiting to get back to that moment. So they've been incentivized for half of a year to come back and say, wait a minute, it's our turn now. And those teams are sneaky under the radar.
A little chip on their shoulder, in other words.
And then secondly, I would say veteran teams. Teams that know what they want, teams that are focused and saying, wait a minute, we know this is a marathon. Let's take our time, warm up, and stick to the principles right away, and we'll end up in the right place later.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Kemba Walker is out there with Luka Doncic. And then there's Steven Adams. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Simmons in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, you've got Morant. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Tatum, and it's Lillard in at the 2 spot. Just 2 to shoot. Shots good by Walker.
He's just taking what the defense gives up. Walker, I mean, he's so smooth in these situations.
We played just over a minute here in the first.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Porzingis with the block. Tatum on the wing. Guarded by Simmons. Tatum kicks to Capella. Pass to Morant. Three-pointer, Lillard. Lillard again missing. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. And they pick up 2.
How about the quick feet of Walker? They really come into play on his drives to the rack.
Lillard, bounce pass. Now here's Porzingis. 9 points last game out. Lillard outside. Three-pointer. Good on the triple. Lillard's got 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Now here's Doncic. Over Lillard. Doncic, no good.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
Now here's Morant, guarded by Walker. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
Pass to Doncic, and the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. 6 to shoot. Adams, the pass to Doncic. Shoots over Lillard. No good that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
Yeah, and that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
They played with energy and communicated well. It made things difficult out there.
Here's Doncic. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game, and don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
That free throw good from Doncic.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
All free throws good from Doncic.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Morant passes to Porzingis. Baseline try. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Doncic kicks to Simmons. Good.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Lillard against Doncic. Fires for three. Kemba Walker comes up with the loose ball. There's the pass to Doncic. The high post shot. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Trailblazers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Leaping off the ground with such ease. Capella is exceptional with timing. How to finish these alley-oops.
Outside, Walker. Here's Simmons. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Simmons got his second bucket of the game to go.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Three-pointer, Lillard hits the three-point bomb.
You can tell Lillard loves to test his range. And he's showing how confident he is pulling the trigger.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Chris, are there specific types of plays where you feel the whistle gets blown maybe a little too often and a little too early?
Well, sometimes for a guard, when he's defending the guard and the pick and roll comes, he fights through that pick. And as a guard, offensive player, I can stop and let you bump into me and shoot the ball. I think the refs just have to be smart with it. Sometimes it's a foul, but every time it's not, just because of the situation or the flop. And also, you just don't want players to be bailed out when the defender is in a good position. But that's what makes the game so great, is the fact that as an offensive player, you got to try to manipulate and find out where you can sneak yourself in the gray areas of a rule. And as a defensive player, how can you use your skill, your will, and then your IQ not to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar?
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Wood, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Clark comes in for Porzingis. Oubre's checked in for Tatum. And it's Holiday in for Morant. And Toronto will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Adams. Baca comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Simmons. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Kemba Walker. That's good from Anthony. So Anthony nails both of them. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Lillard against Bledsoe. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
And here's a look at some stats for Damian Lillard. Great showing for him last season. Putting in about 26 points per, 7 assists and 4 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
Now here's Bledsoe. Back to Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. 5th on the list, JaVale McGee.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Lillard, the pass to Wood. And Holiday, here we go. McGee with the block.
Oh, this is McGee's role. He's out here to defend and to stifle shooters whenever he can.
Here's Ibaka. It's good. This game is all even.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Bledsoe passes to Doncic. Over Holiday. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Bledsoe.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with the multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
Down low. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Holiday up top. McGee with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. .55 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Bledsoe right side. Out to Doncic. Bangs home the trifecta. Doncic has got 7.
And he can play the long-range game, the mid-range game. He takes it to the rack. Doncic is a versatile 3-level scorer.
Now, here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis. Passes it to Wood. Shot clock at 6. Portland needs to get off the shot from deep 3-point range. Rebound by the Raptors.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Raptors as they wrap up the first quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run from Portland. We're back in a moment. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And I think as competitors, as professional athletes, we're going to play hard. You're going to be competitive because we're competitors. We don't make it to this level for no reason. But I think at this level, you also have egos.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
So for Toronto right now, we've got Anthony. Doncic out there at Bledsoe. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Ibaka in the power forward. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. Morant, he's checked in for Portland. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Toronto. Here's Holiday. A shot that time, not on target. Ibaka with some nice D.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion. Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, Greg, they're just playing smart basketball, reading the floor well and executing. If he'd been even halfway decent today, the score would be a lot different, but he can't get anything to fall.
Here's Doncic. Almost, but it rolls out. Trailblazers trail by 9. The Raptors, Nick Nurse, winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
You played for a lot of different coaches in your career, Chris. I'm sure you saw characteristics that you like in a head coach with all the different people you played for.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want coaches that challenge you, that want to make you better, that helps with the team chemistry. But I would say, number one, you want a coach that understands they are such a good coach that their job is to infuse you with as much information during practice, and then come game time, they trust you to go out and do your thing. They don't micromanage during the big games. They say, wait a minute, we put in enough practice time, you know what we should do, now go out there and execute. The ones that trust you, you got to love.
Right. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Porzingis, he's checked in for Wood, and it's Jason Tatum in for Kelly Oubre. And then for Toronto, Adams, he's checked in for Ibaka. Aldridge comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Kemba Walker in for Doncic. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. But they'll get another chance. Adams' shot is good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Outside Holiday. Simmons against Tatum. Pass to Morant. Here's Clark. Shot on the wing. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And here we can check out the story on LaMarcus Aldridge. Coming off a terrific season. 18th in rebounding. 18th in blocks. And amongst the league's top-tier scorers. Top 20 in points per game.
And like you said, one of the better rebounders in the league last season. He displayed a tireless work ethic that I think really rubbed off on the team. Here's Holiday. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
In all of his athleticism on display there, Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard. And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Walker. That's tipped.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
In the corner, Simmons with it. Pass to Bledsoe. Back to Simmons. Outside, Walker. On deep. Walker missing again.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
Tatum dishes to Holiday. Porzingis looking it over. It's Morant in the corner. Outside Holiday. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Adams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
Simmons finds Bledsoe. Takes a 3. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 5 points in the quarter.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Outside Holiday. Simmons against Tatum. Knocked loose and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. 5th is Drew Holiday.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
The pass to Bledsoe. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard. And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
The Raptors shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Portland. Lillard comes in for Drew Holiday. And Toronto also making a switch. JaVale McGee's checked in for Adams. And Bledsoe no good on that one. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
Passes it to Aldridge. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Aldridge has got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Tatum kicks to Morant. Over Walker. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. McGee's got his 4th rebound in this one.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Here's Walker. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
You see why McGee's teammates lob it up his way? Because they know he can go up and get it.
Here is Lillard. 10 points for him. Over to the wing. Here's Morant. No good with the triple. It's been all about Eric Bledsoe for the Toronto Raptors. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Carmelo, what was the area of emphasis for your team during the first half?
Well, we're doing it on both ends of the court. We're bucking down on the defensive end. We're sharing the ball offensively, making good plays. You know, cherishing every possession counts. And we're doing that the first half.
I know you want to keep it going in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. The second quarter got a lot more exciting for them as they were putting up big numbers and find themselves way out in front here at the half. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
You got to like their offensive efficiency. They were patient, took good shots. That was reflected in their high field goal percentage. They just need to keep playing smart in the second half and close this thing out. Don't get cute now.
And Kenny, what did you see from Portland?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see it. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for joining us. 3rd quarter, just about ready to begin.
Here we go now.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Eric Bledsoe really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We've got a moment left up the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Portland, Jason Tatum is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Morant. And it's Capella in at center. On defense, Portland. It's a 13-point game.
It seems to improve his shot blocking every year. I mean, Capella is outstanding at using his length to swat away shots. But this is not the start they've wanted coming out off the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity. I don't know what they drew up at halftime, but it ain't working. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Lillard fires away from way outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Lillard, he just fills out the defense. He doesn't rush it. When they play off of him, he torches them. When they crowd him, he'll pull off the J. If they get too close, he'll drive him.
Here's Doncic. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 4th assist in this one.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Lillard with the bucket.
You got to play up on Lillard at all times, especially when the pass is coming his way. You got to know he's ready to shoot once he catches it.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Porzingis can't hit. Toronto leading by 11. Outside, Simmons. They get a hand on it. Lillard against Doncic. Toronto grabs the miss. Simmons got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Doncic, here we go.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition team. In 4th, the Raptors.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
Toronto calls timeout. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blazed the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives and bringing awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give them a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. Tatum kicks to Holland. Connects from three-point range.
You know, some scouts thought Tatum had tunnel vision, looking only for his own shot. He's more about team.
Walker the pass to Adams. Deep 2 from Anthony, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. And the dunk by Capella.
I like to see this. Lillard patient, reading the D. He finds the open man.
Doncic kicks to Walker. Six on the shot clock. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Capella's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Gets it down to single digits. Holiday's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's good instincts as a distributor. I mean, Lillard on point with the pass.
Inside, Doncic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got his 5th assist in this one. Pass to Porzingis. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. The shot by Anthony, no good. Trailblazers trail by 10 in the corner. Tatum with it. Sinks the three-pointer. Tatum's got 5 now.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
It would be a shame to make all this progress and let them off the hook. Got to keep the pressure on.
Here's Doncic. Excellent D there from Holiday. And Portland with the ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run.
Well, to me, Clint Capella is a classic center. I mean, I love his hands. Great footwork. I mean, he takes what is given to him, plays inside, protects the rim, and if you throw it up, he'll finish it with authority.
Holiday against Doncic. Over Tatum. Here's Adams, and they convert it last on attempt number 3. Adams has got his 2nd basket of the game. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And with Capella, that finishing and rebounding are key to his game.
Yeah, and he's only going to keep getting better, Kevin, which is a scary prospect for every other center in the NBA. Comes in for Porzingis, and Oubre subbed in for Tatum. Eric Bledsoe checked in for the Raptors. Lillard the pass to Capella. Holiday with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Bledsoe passes to Adams. And no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Oubre on the wing. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And Capella with the basket on the assist by Oubre.
Well, it comes as no surprise that Capella makes that kind of tough finish. He's got a lot of strength and a lot of determination.
Pass to Doncic. Over Holiday. Doncic, no good.
There's a lesson for him. Don't showboat. Tries to get fancy with the fadeaway and backfire.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Raptors leading by 5. Bledsoe outside. And there's the pass to Adams. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got rebound number 5 here tonight. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Holiday against Doncic. Here's Wood. And Adams sends it back.
I just love the production Capella gives this team. I mean, it is absolutely fantastic. He's their defensive anchor. He finishes off with oops. And he can make nice passes out the pick and roll.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line. There's 10 seconds left in the third. To the middle. Here's Aldridge. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists tonight.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We come back right after this. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
It's a long game. It's a long game. But listen, we don't have a chance if we don't rebound and defend. And give them second chance points. It takes 2.
Well, the message there, can't give up additional scoring opportunities.
He is on point with that. They have got to do a better job on the backboards. And right now, the effort is lacking.
Come on.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Raptors. We've got LaMarcus Aldridge. Bledsoe is out there with Luka Doncic. Then it's Simmons. And it's Adams in at the 5 roaming the paint. Here's Morant. And that one goes long. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
Tremendous strength. I mean, Simmons is a rock-solid scoring option around the rim.
Morant dishes to Lillard from outside the arc. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. On Saturday, they'll go back home and they'll be hosting the Detroit Pistons. And then on Monday, they'll take on John Wall and the Golden State Warriors. Now here's Morant. Guarded by Bledsoe. Yes, that goes in. 18 points for Damian Lillard.
Well, Lillard is used to getting pushed around. Got to admire how he muscles it in regardless.
Here's Simmons. And there's Bledsoe on the assist by Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist in this one.
He's having a great night from the floor. They're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
Morant passes to Clark. Clock at 6. The 19-foot shot. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Simmons. And it's sent back by Lillard. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. And the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 20.
The athleticism of Lillard helps him be effective inside. It makes it hard for the bigger, slower defenders to hold him in check.
Doncic, no good.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody. Oh, that was something else.
The versatility of Simmons astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
Portland. Zinkus, he's checked in for Wood. And it's Jason Tatum in for Kelly Oubre. The Raptors also with a sub. Walker's checked in. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose. if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Lillard comes with the double team, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Simmons.
A beast defensively. Clark's reach and high motor is what makes him effective at blocking shots. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Shooting. Steven Adams. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Real good, Adams. Two-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know, he's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you know, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and then pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But now I think, you know, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, the players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. So many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But, yeah, no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons out there in any of these games.
Porzingis can't hit. Raptors leading by 12. Passes it to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Tatum with it. Out guarded by Simmons. Back to Lillard. Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room. Just 4 to shoot. Will it go? Offensive rebound. Clark can't cash in from close range.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D. Avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Simmons passes to Adams. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists now in the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no life at the end of the time. Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn once in a while, right? I did not think that was good.
The Raptors need to get a shot up. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
We're just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Capella's checked in.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Of our Jordan player of the game, Luka Doncic.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Trailblazers trail by 16. And Lillard kicks to Morant. Pass to Tatum. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's good from long range. Lillard's got 15 points in just the second half.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Here's Doncic. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And that's 20 points for Luka Doncic.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Talk about great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Walker finds Doncic. The kick out to Walker. And the three off target. Trailblazers trail by 14. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Moves on moves. Greg, that's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
And he can't get the first one. Chris, I read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with the King. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Raptors.
Starting five must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
And, guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Luka Doncic.
Well, he had a hand in just about everything they did tonight. I mean, he just didn't take a single possession off on either end.
Well, this is what Morant does best, a natural scorer who does it in a variety of ways.
Tatum against Simmons. And so it's the Raptors winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Carmelo, you have lived in the media spotlight for a long time. How do you put that out of your head when you get on the floor?
I'm just playing ball. My team came to play today. We was focused, and we wanted it. We willed our way to this one.
A great performance, Carmelo. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA. Presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.